Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I'm Beema, better known as Els, and we are getting started on a little golden book, Winnie the Pooh. This is the one we have, Pooh and the Dragon. So that's the one we're going to do, and we have a whole bunch of goodies for this one, so we're going to have some fun with it. All right, let me see. I want to go over here real quick, and I want to grab this because we're using a Winnie the Pooh book that's already been modified and ready to use. So I want to make sure that everybody has Hi, Harry. Hi, Harry. Oh, what are you doing? So let me grab this because I want to make sure that y'all have this stuff. Let me see if I can find it. It's not that one. Hey, stop it. Okay. So what we're looking for here, let me find, I know it's here because I had it yesterday. It's this one. View it. Happy. So this is the playlist that's going to show you how to modify the cover, how to take a little golden book apart, how to modify the cover, and how to be able to use the cover and, turn it into an actual spine, and what to do with your pages. Five, 6. Okay. And then how to put them in order and all that other stuff. So, hi, Miss Gypsy. So that is in that playlist. So these are our pages, and it's going to give us 2 signatures. Let me put this off to the side real quick because we're going to add some more stuff to it. But let's look at what we have. Okay, so we have some, this is adhesive fabric, and I think the color scheme works for Winnie the Pooh, so we're going to use that. We have washi tape. I have 2 rolls of it. It's the same, but it's washi tape. We have some cut aparts we've already done. We're going to go in and make some ephemera out of that. We have a set of stickers. There's like 6 sheets here, no duplicates. We have these, which I thought we could use with like some cabochons to make like some little medallions. We have this, which is actually a birthday thing, but the colors are right. So I thought we could use some of these strips for things. And then we have some Winnie the Pooh papers and more ephemera. And I do have more Winnie the Pooh stuff. I just have to print it, but I haven't printed it yet. But we're not working on paper yet, so that's okay. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side. Hi, Christine. So what we're going to be working on today is just making some ephemera. I also have some, these are little Post-it notepads, and I thought we could make a little cover for these and maybe make a little pad and tuck it in, you know. So we have those. I'll put this off to the side. Let's get that out of here. Let's get washi tape out of the way. Let's get this out of the way, and let's take a look at what we've got in here. So I already started cutting it all down just to save time. Nobody wants to sit here and watch me fussy cut. So we have some merchandise type tags. We have a whole bunch of Winnie the Pooh phrases. Lots of those. We have some taller tags. We have some stamps and tickets. Some postcards, more stamps and tickets. Just some images. We have some smaller little journaling cards, some tinier tags, lots of those. More postage stamps. Some little labels. There's a little guest check with a Winnie the Pooh on it. This one. That one. These are cute little labels. We have some tabs and some more words. We have like a bookmark. Some more tall pictures. Another bookmark. Another bookmark. Some more tall pictures. We have some faux washi strips. And we have a couple of pockets, pre-made pockets. So we have a good selection here of stuff that we can use to make some ephemera. So let's move the bigger pieces because we're going to use those for journaling cards and stuff. Let's move these out of the way for the moment. And we'll come back to those. Let's work with these because we're going to have the ability to do this. Let's get... I don't know that we have any real washi tape that'll work for this, but let's take a look and see what we have. We might be able to find some stuff that might work. There's this, and it has flowers on it, which kind of goes with some of this stuff. So maybe that might use it. Or maybe this one. This one might be better. We'll take them both out. They're both kind of a yellow off-white color. Let's see. Maybe not that one. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. It's very hard to find washi tape for Winnie the Pooh. I've been looking. There's like two kinds, and they're both babyish. I don't really want baby washi tape. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing anything in here that I like, that I think will work. Move on to the next one. Let's see. We might be able to get away with that. We don't want to go too, frou-frou here. What we got in here? Okay, it's Winnie the Pooh. So we have, what is in there? What is that, pray tell? I don't know. Nope. We do have some red and some gingham. Those could work. What else? Anything else? Not seeing anything else in there. And let's take a look in here real quick. Off the bat, I'm not seeing anything, but we might be able to use this. Again, because it's red. And I can look in the other sets later. The big set. It's in the other case. I'll look at that one later. But for now, we've got a couple that we can use. Hi, Hen. And we have to kind of decide what we're using for background on this. I just think golden yellow because, but I'm thinking yellow and light blue are kind of the two colors we're looking for because red is too overpowering. So let's take a look. Cardstock in yellow. Let's take a look at this one. This might work. Now we could go with a pale yellow. Let's look at a pale yellow. If I can get a sheet out. No, I kind of like the darker one better. Okay, we're going to go with the darker one. Put that over there for now. I'll put it back later. All righty. So, tags and stuff, we'll just do our normal with. We'll back these on like file folder. It's thick. It works, So we're going to start by doing some ephemera pieces. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to grab, I think, a punch. I don't know if I have any that look like honey jars. I think I sold them all. Oh, no. Give me a second. Oh, let's see what we got over here. Right? I sold them all. Okay. All right. So I do have some shapes that we can use. I think this might be too small. Might have to go up one. But, you know. Harry, what? What? He's like, I don't know. Oh, my God. He's like, I'm like, what? He's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just being a brat. Would you like to come up and say hello? Is that the problem? Is that your problem? Or do you need treats? Oh, you need treats. Okay. Well, I can handle that. There you go. See? There you go. Ugh. They're like children, I swear. All right. Okay, so I think this one's going to be too small. I need a little bit bigger one. Never fear. I have thousands of them. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. Went and dug through my personal wall. And I found these and I thought they would be good for backgrounds. So this was like a scalloped oval. And then there's this one that's got some flares, but I like the middle. You know, I like this piece. So let's test punch that. Like, we don't need the rest of it. You know what I mean? We just need this piece in the middle. But we're going to end up with a lot of these. So, you know, that's a test punch of that one. And let's test punch this one just to see. Oh, I kind of like this one. I like that. It's a good size. I do like this, but I don't know. Like, I don't like this part. And it kind of looks like a peanut to me. I don't know. But I do like this. Look at that. That's a good size. What kind of ink are we going to use on this? Do we want to use colored ink or do we just want to use brown ink? That's a question. That is a question. Think about it. Somebody come up with an answer. What color ink, if any color, should we use? What do you guys think? This circle, semicircle one is the one that I lost, and it's underneath the desk, and I still haven't gotten bugged to get it out. Let me see if I have. That one's going to be too small. Not the right shape. Let me see. I have one of these back here. Let me see if I can get it out. There we go. I might be able to use the tip of this. Just the tip. That's a little, no, it's too big. It's too wide. It's too wide, I tell you. Too wide. Okay. That's all right. Let's look over here. What do we got? All right. My lazy butt is just going to have to get under the desk. Sepia, like a sepia color. Okay, this might work for now. That looks pretty good. That looks okay. All right. So like a sepia color. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Is that my sepia? It might not be. No, it's coffee. I want coffee. We want sepia. Okay. All right. Well, that one's probably down here. No. Nope. Nope. All right. Here's the sepia. Let me grab a dauber head because I don't have one for this, I'm sure. And handle. All right. Let's. Well, since we screwed this up, we'll try it on here. Okay. I'm going to put that against the yellow because it's going to be our primary background color. I don't know. Like, I think it's too orange. That might be too orange. Yeah, it's too orange. Okay. Let me get the inks down. Let's take a look in here. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right, that's going to be too. No, I don't think so. Wherefore did thou go, my color swatches? I lost them. Jithy. I don't really want to use red because, you know, I think red is too much. We might just go with the vintage walnut photo. All right, let's take a look at vintage walnut photo and see how that looks. Okay. Vintage walnut photo. Shush. These things happen. All right, we're not going to use this one. We'll use the back of it. That might be it. That might just be it. Let's tear this in half. Put a little on the edge there because that's going to show us the rest of the printing as well. I think the walnut. All right, we're going to go with walnut. Okay, vintage walnut photo it is. Hey, I didn't even think about that. We could use honeycomb. If I've got honeycomb, and I know I do have honeycomb, we could use some honeycomb. Yeah, okay. I do have honeycomb tape, so we can use that too. Let's give this a little bit of a scallop. And I'm going to here, there, and there. There's a little bit of a scallop. Let's ink both ends. Put those away because I'll get fixated on them. All right, we have that. And let's take this up. Let's ink this piece too and see where we're at. If I ink too hard, these will fall. They're very small, so they'll fall back, and then it'll look silly because it'll be the whole thing will be brown instead of just the edge. That would look silly. All right, so we're gonna put that there. Put this guy over here. So let's glue this down. Just like that. I'm gonna get some dimensionals because we like to have some lift here. Let me grab some dimensionals. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys like it, but I like it when we put a little lift behind it, you know? Christine's running away. I'm going to be all alone. I'm going to be left unsupervised? Ooh, that's scary. So these are the thicker ones. I usually use the thinner ones, but this is what I grabbed today, so this is what we're using. The thicker ones. I'll get out the thin ones. Let's face it, none of us like the thicker ones. I don't like them. You don't like them. It's too much. Too much lift. Of course, I've been told to use too many dimensionals, but I don't think so. All right. Yeah, these are the thicker ones. I'll get the thin ones out. Out. Thin ones. Okay, now let's take these off. Goodbye. Goodbye, the backings. Yay. So I like to make the ephemera blind on this. Like, it's themed, but we don't know where it's going to go. Because it's more fun that way. And then we can find something and go, that's perfect. We may never use it, but, you know, it's cute. And it'll go on a page, and that's all that matters. Right? Okay. So, let me put my paw back on there. Oh, kitty paws. Okay. So I want to look at this washi tape because I haven't looked at it yet. Let's look at this. Oh, okay. Okay. So it looks like it's possibly perforated. I don't know. Oh, they look like little tickets. Yes, it's perforated. Oh my God, they're cute. It's got 8 designs and they're perforated. Oh my God, it's so cute. Okay. So this is obviously from Daiso. And I got 2 rolls of it, and we got a lot of it to use. So we have some washi tape. Also, we can use this as washi tape. And I think I actually have longer strips of this, like sheets of it. We can use that too. So let's get some of these trimmed and measured up, and then, you know, we'll get the backgrounds for them. So let's measure them and get started. We can do a lot of these all at once. Okay, so these are about 2 3/8 by 3 3/8. I'm gonna write this crap down because I'll forget. Where's my pen? See, lost that already. All right, so 3 3/8. So that would be 3 5/8 by 2 5/8. So let's cut a piece at 3 5/8 by 2 5/8 and see where that puts us. I bet you Michelle is sleeping. 2 5/8, right there. Two 5/8 by 3 5/8. Let me give you the measurements. So it's 2 and right between 1/2 and 3/4 by 3 between 1/2 and 3/4. See, we'll keep that because that's actually workable in this particular journal. Things have to be small in here because it's a smaller book. All right, so let's put this guy down. I got a little bit here that I need to trim up. Where are my scissors? Come here, you guys. Whew, get out my fussy cut scissors here because I got some stuff to fussy cut. Okay, so we're going to ink. Now, some of these will just do plain, and some of them will round the corners, and some of them will, dock the corners. But basically, I've set it up for giving us a quarter of an inch all the way, an eighth of an inch all the way around. So let's go ahead and put some glue on here. We could use tape because we're just really just putting these fronts on. So if you have an ATG and you want to do that, you can do that. You can, or if you just want to use tape, you could do that. Or if you have a Sizzix like me, a Xyron, you could get your Xyron out and lose your mind. It's okay. I do it all the time. Run them through and okay. So somebody asked me how I line these up all the time. All I do is line up two sides. I just line up one corner, and once I have that, then I put it down really quick, and it just works. All right, I'm not going to worry about the backs of these because you can write on it, So we're just gonna make a whole bunch of these real quick. Like I said, some of them will round the corners, some of them will dock, but basically we're just going to cut a bunch of pieces to put these on, and we're going to put them on there. Ink them up and go. And I don't know that these are all exactly the same size. So, it'll be fun. We'll find out. Honestly, can't even tell you that they're all straight. All right, so we're going to go 2 5/8. 4 5/8. 2 5/8. For the love of Pete. Let me take this off of here because it's driving me nuts. Okay. Let's see, what is that? That is damn near 3 5/8. We're just going to trim that a little bit, and then we'll do some 2 5/8 across. 2 5/8. I probably have a die that's exactly this size, to be honest. But I'm too lazy to go look for it, so. All right, so we can do 5 more of those. I don't know how many more we have. 2, 3, 4. We have 5 left. Good job, Els. Good job. All right, let's round some corners on these. And this one. So 2 with rounded corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do one more straight. And then you know what? We won't even do it straight. Here, watch. Let's do. Yep, we're going to do the weird one. There. 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 And I'm going to do this one, and this one, and that one, and that one. Put those two together, and then we'll dock these. Yes, yes, okay. Here we go. Those two. I just like making little, these little pieces all over the place. I love being covered with them, So. All right. So we have all of those. Let's get the ones that you guys can see out of the way. And then I'll get the ones off of me. Okay. All right, so we got all those. Now we can put these all together. Ink. Don't forget to ink, Els. So I'd tell you the color ink that I'm using here, and put it in the official record, but it's not an official color. Nope. So that started its life as vintage photo. And then I accidentally inked it walnut one day. And I went, I kind of like that. And then it got too walnutty, so we put some more vintage photo in there. So that is now my vintage walnut photo. And we just keep layering the two colors in it. Eventually something's going to win out. I don't know. See? It's a custom blend. Yeah. It's my signature color. See, what do we always say? There's no mistakes in crafting, just happy accidents. Yeah, that was my happy accident. Because, see, I can't stand vintage photo. I think it's too orange. And after time, it actually turns orange. It gets very, very orange. So I don't like it. But there are some women out there that lose their minds over it. Like, I use vintage photo and only vintage photo. Oh my God, I cannot live without my vintage photo. Well, get off your butt, lady. Try another color. And they're the same ones that buy every single color release. But they don't use them. Like, seriously? I like the way this particular punch works with the point and then the incline. I like that one. I don't know. It's my thing, man. It's my jam. Hi, Miss Mari. But serious, I see people that are like, oh, I can't live without my vintage photo. I must use it. Okay, well, you do you, girl, because that's orange, okay? I don't care what y'all think. That's not, vintage photos don't look like that. That color is far from a vintage photo. First off, vintage photos are brown. They're gray. And then they get like brownish. And that's only if somebody smokes around them for a long time. Otherwise, they just kind of stay gray and they fade out. Look at an old book. Look at an old family album. They are not orange. Real vintage photos are black and white to begin with, you know? They get gray and they fade. They don't turn orange. All right. So we have 2 that are rounded, 2 that are squared, 2 that are cropped, and 1 that has that fancy thing on it. I'm going to put my kitty paw back on my glue now. There we go. Okay. So we have 7 journal cards. Okay. Yeah, it's a crafting trap. And some of these people, like if they don't have everything Tommy puts out, they lose their minds. I've seen people like buy the whole collection the day it's released. And I've thought about it. There's an average of like 10 inks. And they're $7 a piece. That's almost $100 just on the ink. Then the paper pads are $20 for 10 sheets of paper. 12 maybe. But they're double-sided and you only get like 1 sheet of each. So you figure out which one you like better. So you have to get a headache staring at them because they are just, wow, too busy. You know? Yeah, it's like they're all friggin' playing Pokemon with crafting supplies. Gotta get them all. Gotta get them all. Ah! All right. So we've done some journal cards. We did 1 little piece of ephemera. Let's get the Xyron down, run these, and put them on backing. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that one came off the side. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. One, 2, 3. And then we have these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really probably should have put these in the smaller one. But I have like 6 refills for this thing. Because they don't make them anymore, so I just buy them whenever I see them. And I was looking through some stuff the other day and realized I have like 6 of them. I'm like, yay! apparently I have the largest collection of Xyron 900 permanent adhesive. Okay. File folders. Let's get out pieces and parts. Okay. One piece. 2, 3. There's some taller ones. Another tall one. Uh-oh. Guys, I'm going to have to make some folios soon. I'm running out of file folder. That's no bueno. Another piece. And a couple more. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Those are small. Let's do the big ones first because we need to use the big pieces for the big ones. Okay, there. Oh, I come across the machines all the time. It's the refill cartridges that are a pain to find. You know? Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's get this one off of here. What in the hell? Oh, you think you're smarter than me? Watch this. Ha ha. Craptastic. Okay. That's one. All right. Here. Let me see. Will you fit on here, you silly old bear? You will. Ooh. Oopsie. Okay. What am I going to do with that? I don't know. Put it over there. All right, now we'll do the medium-sized ones because that's the next stage down. All right, let's see. Nope. All right, we're going to do it this way. That one. And let's see. Yep, that one. All right, let's see. And that one. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit this one, but I'm going to see if we can fit it on the other side. Maybe. We're going to try it. Ooh. Just barely. All right, now we have all the little ones left. Those two. Yeah, apparently. So when you're using a Xyron, if you get adhesive, like sticky stuff, you take this and ball it up, you go around it, and it pulls the adhesive off. If you're like me and you're sloppy. So my brother is a big fan of Winnie the Pooh, and he works at Disneyland. He's worked there for years. And he called my mother one day in a panic. Apparently, he was in the back area where he doesn't normally go. And somebody was taking off the Pooh costume. So they were dressed up as Winnie the Pooh with no head. And my brother lost it. Called my mom. Winnie the Pooh doesn't have a head. Mind you, my brother's older than I am. But, giant child. Runs in the family. Although one of us, adults better than the other. I don't know who it could be. But one of us does. I think I told you guys one time he was at the Disney store with my mom. They were at the mall doing some Christmas shopping, and they were changing out the display in the bottom of the, where they keep the animals, all the stuffed animals sitting around. And my brother lost it. He was like, they were, the girl was throwing Winnie the Poohs down there because, see, this one is the one I really, really like. Tell me what you like, what you really, really like. I like this one. And if I put it here, all right, I can make this work. It's just a little over the line, but that's okay because I'll put a thing on there and you won't even notice it. Okay. And they had she was throwing all the Winnie the Poohs into that pit, where they have the big screen TV and the kids can sit there and watch the movies. And my brother looked at it and he was like, nah. And she was like, he looked at my mom and my mom looked at the girl and the girl was like, go ahead. My brother jumped. 6'3", 300 pounds, belly flopped into a pile of Winnie the Pooh bears. Yeah. See, one of us can adult. I'd have just gone down and fallen backwards. And he does. He loves Winnie the Pooh. All right. So we're going to cut these out now. now that we've put them all on these cardboards, on these pieces of stuff. We're going to cut them all out. I'm going to get gooey stuff all over my scissors, but that's okay because they're Teflon and I can just take it right off. And then we'll have a bunch of tags that are finished and ready to go. And when we see a spot that needs a tag, we can just pull it off, put it in there. Okay, hot flash, hot flash. Hold on, got to turn on the fan. Hot flash. Oh. Whoa. Oh, I love my fan. Okay, here we go. Trimming, I'm trimming, trimming out my tags. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, now I think I have another Winnie the Pooh book out in the shop. I'll have to go look. But, you know, you never know. Hey, Mari, I mailed out that Winnie the Pooh yesterday. It's coming media mail, so it could take up to a week, though. The sucker's heavy. You make sure she knows that that's from the crazy lady. You know, the one that talks to her on the television. She'd be like, abuela, you're crazy. She'll think you're nuts. I think there's 3 or 4 stories in it, so I don't know. It's like one of those collection things. Okay, here we go. I can't get that one close enough, so we're just going to go and avoid it. We'll just go the other way. Yeah, my brother has like a really old Winnie the Pooh bear, like the original version of it that he got, because my brother was born in like the early 60s, mid 60s. So he got the old version. Because Winnie the Pooh didn't get like Poohified until Disney got his hands on it. You know, prior to that, it was this older version that was just a beat up old bear. Do you know they actually have the original Winnie the Pooh? Like the one that started the whole thing? Because the way that this worked was the story was written based on this A.A. Milne, The Kid and the Bear, like Calvin and Hobbes, you know, kind of that kind of thing. And so there was an original Winnie the Pooh bear that was the kid's bear. And it wasn't Winnie the Pooh. It was just a bear that he called Winnie the Pooh. He called it Pooh Bear. And the story just kind of took off. And But they have the original, like his original teddy bear that started the whole thing. It's in the A&E over in England. V&A? The V&A. Yeah, that one. A&E. It's in the V&A. Look, they're initials, okay? But it's in the Victoria and Albert collection, in the Victoria and Albert Museum. It's my friend. It's my little friend. But yeah, the whole thing was based on this kid's love of his bear. And the whole book took off. But, there's a lot of stories like that. So you have to kind of look at them and go, inspiration is everywhere, people. Inspiration is everywhere. Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit was based on a bunch of rabbits that lived in the garden, and just kind of invented lives for the rabbits and all the other creatures in the garden. All right, here we go. I'm going to try and get these two apart. I put them there literally right on the edge of each other. Holy crap. Whew. See, if I hadn't gotten those right on the edge of each other, I'd have had to go in there and get another piece of file folder out. What a waste of time, right? When I can just stick them right next to each other. And, Beatrix Potter, like all of those little stories. Even Alice in Wonderland was written specifically about people, It was just inspiration found in everyday things. And I think that's cool, That just shows the creativity that some people have. I don't have that kind of creativity. I don't know about y'all. But trust me, I'm not sitting here. And obviously writers today don't, because if you look at any of those things that they put on your Facebook for those pocket journals and all that stuff, it's the same story over and over and over again. Yep, every one of them, exact same story. They just changed the name, write the same story over and over and over. And there are people out there that eat that crap up. I get those pocket FMs every now and then on my Facebook feed. I think because I'm a female, they think I need them. I don't know. But I've sat outside when I'm out there smoking and just let them play, and just listen to them in the background just for noise. And it's the same story. It is the exact same. All they do is change the character names. I'm going to write myself some werewolf romance books. Yeah. Let me see. I just need to name the pack something that has to do with the moon. We'll call it the Moon Ray pack. All right, now I need a name for the main male character. We'll call him Donovan. I don't know, just because it doesn't sound normal. Okay, now he's not made it. He's unmade it. Okay, the moon goddess has not given him a mate. But he's an alpha, so he has to have a mate. So Now, the rest of the story plays out pretty simple. His mate is actually being abused by another pack that he's going to go visit. And we'll call her Cheyenne. Okay. Now, mind you, he's like in his 30s and unmated, and she is 19. Because that's the formula. They all have to be young and nubile and abused. Okay. And her pack abuses her because let's see, what's a good reason to abuse her? Oh, I got a good one. Because she's the alpha's daughter by somebody other than his mate, and her brother is now the pack leader. Bye, Christine. Her brother is now the pack leader, but he's only her half brother. So, you know, he abuses her and he lets everybody else abuse her too. We're going to use this on here, on these, you know, because that's kind of cool. I like that. So we'll use it on stuff. Yeah, so that's the premise of our story. And Donovan is going to visit her pack for whatever reason. Here's a good reason. Let's say he had a car accident and he was injured, and they found him, and they could sense he was a wolf, so they brought him back to the pack so that their pack doctor could fix him. Come to find out, he's like the most powerful alpha in the country, and he's actually a lichen. Yeah, that'll work. He's actually a lichen, and she comes in one day to do something at the hospital, clean something or deliver some mail or something, and he senses her, and then the story goes on from there. And so even though they've given him hospitality, now he's going to destroy the pack because her brother, even though he's a half brother, allowed her to be abused. That's the whole story. And right now, there's one of those authors out there who just heard that and is going, oh, let me write this down. Let me write this down. Tough crap. I already have it. It's on YouTube. That means it's mine. All right. So I'm going to print up the other paper that we have for this. We're going to be making some more ephemera for this. What are we doing tonight? Tonight, it's Thursday. We're doing art therapy, aren't we? I don't know. Maybe we'll just make ephemera tonight. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll think about it. All right. So I have other paper to print. I have more ephemera to make. We'll make some more ephemera. And what else? I think that's it. I have all of these pieces that I can make ephemera out of. And all of these pieces. There's got to be more. Oh, there is. That's right. We got plenty of things. We got stickers and stamps and all kinds of other stuff. So we're going to be playing with those. And tonight we're going to be doing some art therapy. What else is going on? So today is the last day to sign up for the washi swap. So if you're not signed up for the swap and I don't have 5 people, we're not going to do it. This month's project of 24 challenge is chalk, any kind of chalk. It could be chalk paint, chalk markers, tailor's chalk, construction chalk, kids chalk, sidewalk chalk, school chalk, whatever, chalk. and or cupcake papers. That's going to be this month's challenge. Tonight we're going to be playing art therapy. Well, we're not playing it, but we're going to do some art therapy. Remember, it's only like a 20-minute quick live, guys, just for the purpose of giving you what it is, because it's like a week-long project, and then you do what you want with it. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing a craft with me. We're going to be working on finishing up the 8x8 flip-flop. And don't forget, Monday, there's a glitter video. I know. I'm so scared. So that's it. That's all I have today. I'm going to pop out of here because I have some stuff to get to the post office. Everybody who was paid up to yesterday has been shipped. I have. This is just the UPS list. I sent out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 UPS packages yesterday. And then a whole crap load of USPS yesterday. My son-in-law is back at my local post office, so. Yeah. Don't give me crap when I come in there. I'm mailing shit. That's what's happening. I went in yesterday, and one of the guys that works at the counter, his name is Kevin. He's a sweetie. His printer messed up, and it was like he's mosaicing the label back onto the package because it tore coming out. It jammed and it tore part of it off. And he's like, okay, here, put this part on, and then as long as you can scan it, and then put this on, and then we have to have this piece right here. Yes, I did. I got your email, and yeah. So right now I think there's only 3 people, so I'm gonna go check it. But you have until the end of today to do that. Also, anything else? I think that's it. I'm out of here. So if you're new and I have not yet offended you, push the button. I will offend you. It's just me. It's what I do. Sorry. If you want to know what's going on, you want to see what the schedule looks like, you want to find out what kind of videos are coming up, you want to support the channel, you want to get some free digitals, whatever it is you want, there are links to everything in the description box below. Just click on the more, go on down there, and cruise around the internet a little bit. Get into my digital world. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye-bye.